Hello students. First, I would like to welcome in 9th standard. I am Jai Patel. I am going to teach you science in 9th standard, mostly physics part. So, in physics, we are going to learn in this video. We will start with our physics chapter number 8, motion. In this video, I would like to cover three topics. First, motion along a straight line. Second, uniform motion and non-uniform motion. Third topic, we are going to learn about speed. So I request you that you noted down all this topic, and we are going to solve one sum. For that one, you will be ready with your notebook, pen, and you also download e-textbook from our website. And lastly, I will give some homework. So let's start with this chapter number 8 about motion. Let's start with our topic number 1, motion along a straight line. So first understand what is the meaning of motion. So meaning of motion is movement. You can see it here that at O position, let's take an example that a car travel various distances and it represented on this x-axis. Let's start with O position is denoted with 0 kilometer. Then a car travel and it goes to the A position, it should be denoted with 60 kilometer. Then you understand that it come back to the B position, then it come back to C position, and then again it come back to O position. That way we can understand this straight line. In this topic 1, motion along a straight line, we can understand two concepts. First one is distance and second one is displacement. In left side, you can understand the meaning of the distance. What is meant by distance? So a total path or length covered by an object from its initial to final position, so that is called the distance. And what is meaning by displacement? So we can understand by shortest length traveled by an object from its initial to final position, so that is called the displacement. So let's take various example. I have written left side 5 example and right side 5 example of distance and displacement. So the first example of distance, let's take a car travel from O to A. So O to A, how much kilometer it has traveled? 0 to 60. So its distance should be denoted with the 60 kilometer. Now come to the right side, first point, O to A. So what is here displacement? So O to A means 0 to 60 kilometer. So how much is remaining again from last 60 to come back to 0, or we can say that A to O position, how much is remaining? How much? It should be 60. So the displacement is also 60 kilometer. Now take second example in distance, second point in distance. A car travel O to B. How it travel O to B? First is go to O to A and A to B. So you see the in left side second point, O to A plus A to B. So what is the distance of O to A? It is 60 kilometer, and A to B distance should be 25 kilometers. You can see it here. So its total distance is 85 kilometer. Now come to the right side. This is the distance, second point distance 85 kilometer. Now here displacement is second point O to B. So O to B means how much is remaining from B to O. So that should be B to O. I repeat. So it should be only 35 kilometers. So here displacement should be 35 kilometers. Now come for the third point in distance. Let's understand that car has traveled O to C. O to C means first is go to O to A, A to B, and then go to B to C. So total O to C, how much it has traveled? So already 85 kilometer plus 10 kilometer. So it should be travel 95 kilometer. Now come right side, O2C. O2C, how much displacement should be remaining? it means that C2O, how much distance it has to cover, it should be 25 kilometers. So that is become the displacement. Now 4 point in distance O to O, it means that O position to car travel O to A and come back A to O. So O to A is distance 60 and again A to O is distance should be 60. So 60 plus 60, so it should be total distance should be 120 kilometers. Now in 4, displacement O to O means a car go from O to A and come back A to O. So what is here displacement? It has not traveled, it come its initial position, so displacement should be 0 kilometer. Now take another example, 5th number in distance case. Suppose a car travel left side O to O days, it should be 5 kilometer on left side. So total distance already it should be travel O to A to O and O to O days. So it should be 125 kilometer. And what in the case of displacement O to O days, it should be only minus 5 kilometer. So this will tell you about distance and displacement. I hope you understand this topic, distance and displacement. Now let's understand second topic, uniform motion and non-uniform motion. So what is meaning of uniform motion? Uniform means same and non-uniform means not same, it's different, like that way. So let's understand this uniform motion. What is the definition of uniform motion? If the object covers equal distances in equal interval of time, it's said to be a uniform motion. So let's take an example. If object travel or a car travel 5 meter in first second, then second 5 meter in second second, then next 5 meter in third second. So this, it means that a car has traveled 5 meter in each second. So it is said to be in uniform motion. We can say that a car is travel in uniform motion. Now what is this non-uniform motion? So first understand this definition. If the object covers unequal distances in equal interval of times, it's said to be non-uniform motion. So it means that suppose a car travel, let's take an example. If a car travel first 5 meter in first second, then any other distance 6 meter, 7 meter, 6 more meter in second second, 7 meter more in third second, or maybe the less than 5. So we can say that it is non-uniform motion. I hope you understand this uniform motion and non-uniform motion. Second topic. Then we can go with our third topic. We can understand about the speed. So what is the speed? The speed of body or object gives us an idea of how slow or fast that body is moving or car is moving, or any other example we can take. So suppose two cars are moving with different speed. One is travel with 85 kilometer and second is travel with 90 kilometer. So we can saying that the second car is traveling faster. By which quantity? By understanding the speed. So this is called the speed. Now definition of speed. Speed of an object is the distance traveled by it per unit time. It means that object has traveled how much distance, and for covering that distance it take how much time. So that is called the speed of an object. Now third point, we will write the formula for the speed. The speed is equal to distance travel per unit time. So how we can write? Speed is equal to distance travel per time taken. For covering that much distance, it take how much time? Okay, what is the SI unit of speed? The speed, we are going to define the SI unit of speed. So for finding that one, we have to write the SI unit of distance as well as SI unit of time. Means we have to divide first we have to write the distance SI unit. So distance will, what is the SI unit of distance? It should be meter. Divide by what is the SI unit of time? So it should be meter, means time SI unit should be second. So what is the SI unit of speed? So it should be become meter per second, or we can say that meter into second inverse. So this is the SI unit of speed. Now you can understand that small values of speeds are expressed in the units of centimeter per second, and high values of speeds are expressed in the units of kilometer per hour. So you understand that if any small object covers small distance, so we can calculate it in less unit or small unit. So it should be derived with the, or we can write with the centimeter per second. If the distance is very high, so we can write with the kilometer per hour. Suppose the distance is very small. Suppose it should be 5 centimeter, and for covering 5 centimeter it will take 5 seconds. So how we can write 5 centimeter per 5 seconds? If distance is greater, so if distance, let's take example, the distance between Surat to Bombay should be approximately 300 kilometer, and it should be take 5 hours. So how we can write 300 kilometer per 5 hour. Okay, I hope you understand about speed, and then we can go with for our next topic. Which instruments are used for measuring the speeds? So you can see in my right side here, you can see in picture, this is the speedometer. This is the diagram of speedometer and odometer. So what is speedometer and odometer? First let's discuss about speedometer. The speed of an object can be measured by the speedometer, and odometer will measure the distance, how much an object has traveled the particular distance. So in right side picture you can see that here, take the example that is the car, and car is travel with how much speed? It should be 85 kilometer per hour, and you can see that here kilometer is written, it should be 2 kilometer. So this is the new car, and it's how much distance it had traveled? It has traveled 2 kilometer. So this speed can be measured with these two instruments. Means one should be measured the how much it travel with this, how much it travel, and second should be measure. Odometer will measure how much distance it has covered, and speedometer is measuring at the particular time what is the speed of an object. Here it should be approximately 85 kilometer per hour. Okay, you please just only write this answer in your notebook. You understand this question? We are going to solve this sum. This is the question. The train A travel a distance of 120 km in 3 hours, whereas another train B travel a distance of 180 km in 4 hours. Which train traveled faster? So here for train A and for train B I have written separately this calculation. In both the cases we are going to use same formula, speed. So speed, what is the formula for finding speed? Speed is equal to distance upon time. Okay, so we are going to use in both the cases. So for train A, speed is equal to distance upon time. So what is a speed is equal to how much distance is at travel? Train A 120 km, and how much time it take? Divide by 3. The speed of train A is equal to 40 km per hour. For train B, same formula. Here speed is 180 km, and how much time it should be take? It take 4 hours. So 180 km divided by 4 hours. So it gives 45 km. So what is the train A speed? It should be 40 km per hour, and train B speed should be 45 km per hour. So which train is travel faster here? So obviously train B. So it's 40 km per hour. So our answer is train B has traveled faster. So this way you can solve this particular sum. Okay, I'm giving you some question, so you write in your notebook and you write the answer of that particular question, and one sum I have included, so you solve that particular sum also. So this is the first question. Write two differences between distance and displacement. Second, define uniform and non-uniform motion. Third, define speed of an object. Fourth, a car covers a distance of 3 km in 5 minutes. Calculate its speed in centimeter per second, meter per second, and kilometer per hour. Okay students, so you please write down all these answers in your notebook. Thank you very much.